Hello, Dominic here. I'm the Festival Director of the Bournemouth Writing Festival, and I'm very much looking forward to welcoming you to Bournemouth Town Centre on the 26th, 27th and 28th of April 2024. Now, some people have been emailing me asking about hotels and where to stay when they come to Bournemouth, because it is a 3-day event. So the Premier Inn is right opposite the Pavilion Dance, where our festival hub is. So that's probably the best hotel to be in, because it's literally across the road. The Royal Norfolk Hotel is a lovely, beautiful Grade 2 listed Victorian hotel, which is kind of a little bit on the other side of town, but it's only about half a mile walk from Pavilion Dance. Now, on the other side of the Pavilion Dance is the Royal Bath Hotel. Now, this is almost on the beach, and that's a beautiful little hotel. It's literally, I think some rooms you can probably even see the sea. And the Royal Dolls, the Witches, was inspired by the ballroom in that hotel. And another kind of literary connection to a hotel is the Hotel Miramar, which is a little bit further away. I'd say it's about half a mile, 0.6 miles from the town centre, and it's on the cliff top that's overlooking the sea. And it's a lovely, lovely Edwardian hotel, and it's grand gardens, and it has a lot of royal connections, and it's where J.R.R. Tolkien stayed and holidayed for many months whenever he came to Bournemouth. So a hotel steeped in literature. And I think Hattie Miles's Literary Walk of Bournemouth, which is happening during the Writing Festival, I think they passed by there as well. So there's a few options if you did want to stay right in the middle of Bournemouth Town Centre during the festival, which are literally a few minutes walk from all the things that are happening. So we have over 80 writing events and activities and talks and things happening over those 3 days. And one of them is writing your first full-length book, which is happening on Saturday, the 27th of April at 12:30 at Pavilion Dance. And that is being led by Valerie French. Hello, Valerie.
Hello, it's great to be here.
Nice to have you. Now, Valerie's talk last year on the same subject sold out, and I think it was the very first one to sell out. So these tickets were like hotcakes. So Valerie is an international journalist, and she used to edit the RNLI magazine, and she also interviewed Bear Grylls amongst many things that she's done, and has written for The Guardian, the Vancouver Sun, and CBS Radio in Canada, and that's just to name but a few. So Valerie is also a writer and an author, and coaches writers to progress in their own writing journey. So thank you so much for joining me today, Valerie. So why don't you start by telling us a little bit about your writing journey and going from journalism to full-length writing?
Well, I'd always wanted to be a writer, so and I studied in Vancouver, hence, writing for Canadian Broadcasting Corporation on parkour, about which I knew nothing. But I'd always got a yen for creative writing. So probably about 20 years ago, actually, who am I kidding? I started writing poetry when I was at school doing my A-levels. But, journalism pays. So I started to get into more creative writing, but mainly short stories, flash fiction, radio plays, so a couple of which were quite successful, and 3 or 4 of my short stories were longlisted or shortlisted for prizes too. And then an opportunity just threw itself at me to write a full-length book. So I did. I started naively thinking it would be a little bit like journalism, in that I knew what I was doing, and that it would be fairly straightforward, and I would be able to structure it quite easily. But that's not really how it went, and I learned an awful lot.
Which brings us nicely onto the subject and title of your talk, which is writing your first full-length book, which, as I said, was extremely popular last time around. And as I said, one of the first of the talks to sell out. So for those that didn't go to your talk last year, what kind of things are you going to be talking about? What are you going to be discussing? What will people be able to do at your session?
Well, I'm hoping that what they'll be able to do is have the confidence to start that journey and to recognize that they can write that book. And it might be in sound bites. It might be that some days they only have 5 minutes, you know, because we all have a life, don't we? We're either looking after loved ones or we've got a job. But even a little bit at a time, you know, one interview, one sketch of a scene, one bit of dialogue moves you on a bit further. And that's what I found helped me not get overwhelmed with the thought of writing 70,000 words plus, was that sense of just doing a little bit. I think Picasso said, didn't he? It's about turning up to the blank page every day. And that's what I found really, really worked. So I want people to just go away thinking, I can do this. I can do this. I just want them to have the confidence, and also some of the tools that I've learned along the way to help them get there, because it's such an amazing sense of achievement to actually have written the book.
Well, that all sounds great, particularly for a beginner who's just about to start on their first full-length book. So what do you want people to do once they've left your talk? What are you hoping that the takeaways are going to be?
What I will be giving them are tools such as goal setting tools, also tools for keeping track of all that wordage, because one of the things I found was if I changed something at some point, which is inevitable, I needed to know how to backtrack through the rest of my text in order to change that in other places as well. And I have devised a system for that, which I will share with people. Some of the other things I will be giving people is a set of questions to help them recognize that, well, to ensure that they're engaging their reader, so that, you know, there is something that draws the reader in to that chapter, that page, whatever. Also advice on things like keeping motivated, because it is a long haul. I mean, unless you know, you are doing nothing else, and most of us aren't, it is hard to keep motivation going. So that's what I hope to give people. And I'm setting people a couple of little tasks during, so, you know, just little things, so that they will come away with the bare bones, hopefully, of an elevator pitch. And I want to do that because I want to show people that even in 5 minutes, you can do something that is relevant. You can achieve something. And even if it's not perfect, it's something to work on. And I think that's so important, because sometimes we think things have got to be perfect first time, but it's just about getting something down there, because you can always tweak it. So yeah, confidence, confidence, confidence. That's what I want people to go away with, and enthusiasm to just do it. I just pinched that, didn't I? Just do it.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Valerie. So Valerie's talk, Writing Your First Full-Length Book, is at 12:30 on Saturday, the 27th of April at the Pavilion Dance. So looking forward to seeing you there, Valerie.
Fantastic. And it's great speaking with you, Dominique. And thanks for the opportunity.
No problem at all. Thank you so much, Valerie. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
And you. Bye.